On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
On one, ready?
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston, now, as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Mayfield on 1st down. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll go down, but not before getting this this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Mayfield. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Rolling to his right. Open man is Noah Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps. You know, you don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 1st down, they go right back to Pierce. He'll get this down to the 38. The Texans at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Here we go. I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans, nothing.
one, ready?
3rd down and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you...
And now off to the races down the right side. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And that flag accepted.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Burrow changing things up here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now Burrow loses the football. One of the linemen on the other side has got it. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
11.
Burrow on play action, rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll go up the middle with White. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Opting to run again here with White. He can't get him down, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rachaad White. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Texans 3. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
12, 12, 12, 11, Thomas.
The man in motion is Brown. Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first hit.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Kalijah Kancey. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Mayfield on play action. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this first half. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 3.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They can really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now it's Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Run, run, run.
Mayfield off the play fake. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. He's into space past the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. First down, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Trey Palmer, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Texans 3. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hand off right side to Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
On 2, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Ready? 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Burrow on 3rd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Kalijah Kancey able to record his 5th sack of the season. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Real. Up. Pistol. Regular. Hey, alert 33.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield now. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kings.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his man. It's White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rachaad White. 34 yards, and the Buccaneers have got it on cruise control. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Buccaneers 42, Texans 3. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
11 MT, take.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow out to his left. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing, Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans from 19 yards away. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Buccaneers 49, Texans 3. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Another carry for Pierce. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On, ready? Hey, can.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Here we go. Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Oh, and this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Burrow will throw on the move to his left. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. That field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice little juke. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Pierce on the counter as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Texans on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Gun.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go again with Pierce. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 114 yards on the ground for him so far.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. He'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Going for it with Pierce. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
49, Texans 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. They're on 17.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
3rd and 9 here.
Run.
They go play action. Mayfield. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That's completed right side to Palmer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.